All right, like I mentioned before, going to the break here, again, we had some breaking news there out of Palacios there. Their head coach, Chad Graves, stepped down after leading the team there for 7 seasons. And again, for Palacios, they're going to be looking for a new head coach and AD there for the 2025 season. We'll give you more details and updates there for 25 News Now Sports at 10 p.m. Now, getting back to some playoff teams now here. Yesterday, we covered all the games and dates here for the locations for the 5 teams remaining in the playoffs. But let's now look at the deep dive and a preview for all these games. First, how about the Shiner Comanches? They're facing a tough team there in the Junction Eagles, who are 12-1 this season. But the Comanches, they've been on a tear this season, winning their last 10 games and are playing their best ball as of late. And Shiner, they beat the Granger Lions there last week, 43-23. Got a lot of production there from quarterback Carson Schutte, and the running game has gotten better each week. But Junction, his team beat Falls City in the second round, 35-13. They beat the Somerville Jaguars 32-0 in the last round. So this one's going to be a high-scoring game. I expect this one to go down to the wire for sure out in 2A Division II. Now over to 3A, the Edna Cowboys, they're facing the Llano Yellow Jackets on Friday at 7 p.m. at Heroes Stadium in San Antonio. The Edna Cowboys, they shut out their first 2 opponents there in the Lifer Bulldogs, 6-3-0, and Cole 49-0. And they had their toughest test kind of there against the Randolph Rollhawks, winning 42-28. But their offense, led by again Chase Schubert, who's been lights out this season, and Braylon Harris, again, he's also made a lot of plays for this team. So can they do it again against Llano? We'll see. If they win, they'll either face Columbus or Franklin there in the next round. Now, from some current teams still in the playoffs to some teams that kind of ended there. And one of the teams, how about the St. Joseph Flyers for football? They got honors for first team offense and wide receiver Milo Abercrombie, running back Dedrick Callis, and wide receiver Charlie Stefka got it there for the first team offense. And how about the first team defense there for the Flyers? They again had just 3 people to mention, and Nick Bladeau, they're a defensive lineman, linebacker Wyatt Fetters, and then Charlie Stefka again also getting an offense and defense there. And then shout out to the quarterback there for the Flyers, Aiden Aragon, for getting an honorable mention there at the quarterback spot. Now over to the NFL. Texas linebacker Assis Al-Shair was suspended now for 3 games after having a tough, brutal hit there to Jaguars quarterback Trevor Lawrence there on Sunday. He's diagnosed there for Lawrence with concussion symptoms right now. Hopefully for Lawrence, he can get back on the field shortly. As for Al-Shair, he will not be on the field till Week 18, last week of the regular season, without pay. And then again, some updates here for the college football playoff rankings. Here is the top 5 right now. You got Oregon, Texas, Penn State, and then also at the end, Notre Dame and Georgia. That is the top 5 there right now. For Ohio State, yes, they were up to number 2, dropped there to number 6 right now there in the rankings. And then for Miami, another big drop. They were at number 6, dropped to number 12 now there in the rankings. Again, that's the last regular rankings, and then we'll get